Dear white guys, black men are ultimately lying to you. Black women aren't that bad, honestly. A lot of us are extremely intellectual, caring, giving, nurturing. And the reason why a lot of black men speak so negatively about black women is because of a lot of things that they hate about themselves. A lot of black men haven't even took the time out to deal with a black woman the same way they will deal with a woman of another race. See, I can tell you the kind of woman that I am. I'm a black woman. I will actively communicate with my man. I pay my man attention. I'm straightforward. I speak positively. I make my man a part of the relationships that I have with my friends and my family. I try to be a part of my man's life. I give PDA. I listen. I care. I'll tell you what you want to hear, and I'll also acknowledge the things that you need to hear in order to keep you going every day. I cook, I clean. All people have the ability to be a good partner regardless to what color they are and what gender they are. What most black men are refusing to tell white men or men of other cultures when they are trying to convince these men to not date black women, they won't tell you that majority of their life, they have always been interested in white women. And the development of them being interested in white girls occurred sometime when they were in elementary school. Liking white girls was always the cool thing to do. So every black guy went along with it. Black girls was in the same classes with black guys, but black guys barely had crushes on us. It's because they view us as too similar to them. We're too similar to what they know, too familiar. They look at us. We remind them of their female family members, their sisters, their cousins. Non-black girls are different. Black men are interested in other races because these women are different from them, which is the same reason why I encourage black women to date outside of their race, just to experience a different culture. Most black men believe that black women don't represent everything that they want in a woman. They think that we have attitudes, we're too loud, we're argumentative, we're hard to handle, we're not docile, we can't be controlled. And they believe these things despite being raised by black women. They generalize black women with the exception of their own mothers. White women represent everything that black women are not. Black men believe that white women are beautiful, easy to deal with, adventurous. They agree with everything. They give a man everything they want. They're family oriented. They're better mothers, better cooks, better in bed. Hell, better credit. But what black men really, really want is the genetics. See, what they want from these white women and these non-black women is mixed children. When they picture their future, when they picture who they want their wife to be, they want children with good hair, beautiful skin. And inside, when they look at themselves, they don't even see the self-hate. They don't even see they don't like their own color, their own skin, their own hair. But if black men were put in a position where they didn't have to date anyone but black women, and that was the requirement, they would be forced to actually get the time to get to know their own women. Because right now, they barely know us. See, there's this standard of beauty, this European standard of beauty inside of America. So American men, immediately from the time they're born, when they set eyes on the television, when they look out into the world around them, all they see is Eurocentric standard of beauty. So immediately they're thinking that that's what's beautiful, and anything that is opposite to that is not. This is what they're taught. So until they're stuck in a position to where they can't date anyone outside of their own race, they will not sit and take the time to actually deal with a black woman, get to know a black woman, what makes her tick. And then they'll realize how inspiring, supportive, and beautiful, and nice, and sweet, and funny, and humorous, caring most good black women are. They'll look out into the world and see a specific group of black women behave in a certain way and pin that behavior on all black women, and then use that excuse as a reason to why they do not date black women. Despite the fact that we as black women are aware that we're undesired by our own men, we've still come to support them. There are black women out there, definitely, who do not date black men on purpose because black men have rejected us. And the reason why they have rejected us is because The black family structure has always represented separation. Far back during slavery, we were separated. Africans who were brought over to this country were separated. And that's not your fault right now as a white man. That's not even your responsibility. Black people have to deal with their own issues in relation to the things that they have experienced, or the hand-me-down traditions, beliefs, and mentalities that were bestowed upon us by society. It isn't every white man who is racist or doesn't like black men, especially not white men who date black women or white men who have black friends. Every white man that I've spoken to, who's spoken to me about how they feel about black men, they have actually had a healthy opinion about black men. Most black men post derogatory things about black women online. And these black men who put down black women do it because they're not comfortable with themselves in their own blackness. The men that take pride in being black, they will never disrespect a black woman because these men know that these women are part of them. And they know that by disrespecting these women, they are disrespecting themselves. Dark-skinned men, dark-skinned women have difficulties accepting their blackness because of the Eurocentric standard of beauty inside of this country, which is starting to spread all over the world. Blackness isn't beautiful. When you hear a black man talking negatively about a black woman or black women in general, don't internalize how they feel about their experiences with black women, because that's just their experiences, or that's just their beliefs, or that's their issues that they have yet to deal with. And especially, you might not want to listen to a whole bunch of bitter black men who every time they open their mouth, it's something vile and cruel and negative and disgusting coming out of it in relation to a woman. Let's forget that the woman is black, but the fact that they feel comfortable enough to talk about a woman in such a nature when men are supposed to be on this planet to protect us in general is an issue. And that's what you have to look at when you're seeing black men talk negatively about black women. Black men are lying to themselves and you because they don't want to admit their own personal problems that they're having with their own blackness. And some of these men have had bad experiences with their own mothers. Maybe they had a bad girlfriend in the past. Maybe their cousin or sister or niece or female teacher or something like that did something horrible to them in the past that they can't get over. Me being a black woman, even with the things that I have experienced with black men, I never say that black men are just the sole problem. I always take responsibility for the choices that I made in men. Yeah, there are more average black men out there than exceptional black men, and it's easier to end up in a situation with an average black man than it is an exceptional one. But I have yet to become bitter and disrespectful to men of my own race. I still have a level of respect for them. A lot of black men have failed as providers, and that has a lot to do with society. A lot of black men have lied and cheated, not knowing what kind of man they wanted to be because they didn't even have a man there to teach them how to be a man. A lot of men have issues with ego and pride. But hear me when I tell you, black women are as nurturing and caring and gentle and sweet and nice as any other woman on this planet. But you as a man have to understand that your behavior as a man can evoke a specific behavior out of a woman. Now, you can't get men and women to behave the way that you want them to. They only behave when it's time for them to behave, or when they learned enough lessons, or they've made enough mistakes. But the one thing that black women do that black men do not is black women try to be a little bit more understanding and compassionate to people who have been injured. And a lot of black women understand that a lot of black men have been injured. And it's unfortunate that a lot of black men do not have that same compassion and understanding for us. See, I'm very comfortable with people dating outside of their race. I don't care if black men date white women. I don't care if white women date black men. But what I won't do if I decide to start dating a white man is try to convince the rest of the women on the planet to not date black men. I won't do it. That's unnecessary. Black men will try to convince every other man on this planet not to date black women. Non-black men, black men are lying to you. They don't want you to want us. It's typical though. But just take your time and get to know each individual Black woman on your own. And give each woman a chance to show you who she is as a person. And whether you're dealing with white women, Black women, purple women, green women, it doesn't matter. Each woman is different. Just remember that. Just remember that. Make sure you follow me on all of my socials, okay? If you have any video topic suggestions, you can always go to Soncerae.com and fill out the form. Or you can text hashtag SonceraeFan to 678-856-3463. You're welcome to email me at welovesoncerae@gmail.com. Have vision and stay focused, guys. Namaste.